We often hear comments about, well, Tesla's cars being involved in crazy situations where apparently there was huge failures in the car. Generally, it's found out many months after the fact that those were fabricated. The driver lied, or the social media person lied, or the media lied. Now, we often think China. In China, the government, they're corrupt, they're evil, they do the wrong thing. They have too much power. In many cases, that's true. However, at least in China, people are being successfully prosecuted for using Tesla to get clicks or to forward their own business. This is a situation in which I think the US needs to actually copy China. Sounds crazy, but bear with me. Have a listen, and then let me know at the end what you think. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. Electric Viking, great to see you. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for supporting us here on YouTube. The whole point of this channel, really, is to stop the FUD. To stop the FUD, whether that's about Tesla, or whether that's just about electric cars, or about renewable energy in general. You guys are supporting the electric revolution and helping us out on Patreon, and also as YouTube members. Thank you so much. If you want to become a Patreon, I'll put a link in the description below. Ever since China opened their factory in Shanghai, there has been a succession of, well, they've slowed down recently actually, but a succession of negative stories in China, falsely accusing Tesla of having their vehicles do insane things and kill people, or Tesla intentionally having bad quality. Now, in Germany, pretty much the same thing has happened, but in different ways. However, it seems to me in Germany, they're getting a bit of a free rein. In the US, a bit of a free rein to do this as well. The free press, whilst generally a good thing, in this case, I'm not so sure. Now, Tesla has just won a defamation lawsuit against a popular Chinese car reviewer. Now, this Chinese car reviewer has intentionally used Tesla, as many have before him and many will after him, to promote his business by making up false information. Now, isn't this what the media does almost on a daily basis about Tesla? Whether you love Tesla or whether you're indifferent or whether you actually hate them, you have to admit, many people, many influencers, and many people within the media have created stories about Tesla just to get clicks. Today, Tesla won a lawsuit against a famous reviewer in China, a famous TikTok celebrity called Boss Kai, who intentionally damaged Tesla's reputation, knowing exactly what he's doing. But hey, it got him clicks. It made him some money. Car News China says that in June of 2022, Tesla sued Boss Kai, or Kai Jia, for infringing on their good name by spreading false rumors through a video posted on basically Douyin, which is the Chinese version of Facebook. It's not actually Facebook, it's the version of Facebook that the Chinese government allow, because they don't allow Facebook or YouTube in China. Now, Douyin is actually the Chinese name for TikTok. Tesla demanded that he pay 720,000 US dollars, which is 5 million yen, in compensation. Now, the court didn't come anywhere close to giving Tesla what they demanded. In fact, they gave him a slap on the wrist. They gave him a $100,000 fine, 100,000 yen that is, which is 14,550 US dollars. And they said he has to publicly apologize on his social media accounts and just basically let everyone know that he did lie and intentionally make this stuff up. Now, the guy thought that was an unfair punishment, which is a bit of a surprise to me. I think I would have been happy to get away with that one so lightly. And he took them back to court. He basically appealed the case. Now, the case went back to court again, and he was found guilty again. The original verdict was upheld, and he has to actually publicly apologize to Tesla within 15 days. This is not the first time this has happened now. It's happened a number of different times in China. Tesla obviously haven't tried to prosecute everyone. Some people have said, you know what, Tesla, yeah, we don't want to go to court. You're right. We did lie about you intentionally. We'll admit it. We'll admit to it. So Tesla hasn't had to take everyone to court. And really, Tesla didn't start doing this until some of the more sensational allegations came out. Tesla did ignore it for a little while until they went, no, this is getting to the point of being ridiculous. Now, the thing is, none of these influencers or media personalities or even journalists or websites who have been caught and convicted of intentionally lying about Tesla have at least had to apologize. But the truth is, there's many that we don't even know about, especially in China. Now, this incident apparently happened back in 2021 when Boss Kai, as he calls himself, released a video saying that a friend who of his, some sort of associate who he actually made up, they don't actually exist, spoke to a Tesla supplier. Apparently, he said that Tesla had made several violations in cooperation with suppliers, that when Tesla was building the Shanghai plant, the company repeatedly illegally pressured its suppliers to lower their prices, and Tesla's quality inspectors didn't do a good job, intentionally taking shortcuts on cars and on the factory to gain personal advantages. Basically made up a bunch of stuff that mostly, to be honest, sounds ridiculous. Now, when in court he was asked to say who his friend was or who the insider was, he said he couldn't remember their name. It was too hard to remember because it was so long ago. Now, Tesla said that Boss Kai failed to provide any evidence at all to support the authenticity of the content he described in his video, and Tesla complained that Boss Kai promoted his own company in the video. Of course he did, and it's suspected that he used Tesla's accusations to increase followers, publicize, get more clicks, get more exposure for his business. Well, not suspected. He very obviously did do that, as the media does. That's funny. So Tesla won this lawsuit, and Boss Kai now looks like an idiot. Now, this has happened a number of times, and it keeps on happening. The funny thing is the media, they know this is happening. They know when these fake accusations are coming out, and they don't care. They just print the stuff anyway. Now, they know that they're not going to get sued because it doesn't seem to happen in America or Australia or anywhere else, but at least in China, actually, Tesla is doing something about it. Now, Car News China says that since 2021, Tesla has faced numerous accusations, including brake pedal failure accidents. The only country in the world it seems as though brake pedals will fail in your Tesla car are in China. It became a phenomenon, and the case that really brought it to the media's attention was a fatal Tesla Model Y crash that occurred in November last year, which actually left someone dead. Of course, the global media, including the Chinese media, said that the driver survived. He said that the brake pedal didn't work. Therefore, this Tesla was just a car that was out of control. It was insane. Now, I've got to say, the car was driving around basically doing circuits like a maniac, like an absolute lunatic guy, just driving all over the place. The car didn't just suddenly accelerate for a couple of seconds and fail to stop and hit someone. It had been driving like an absolute lunatic for quite a bit of time before it hit someone. Now, the driver said, of course, the brakes didn't work. It wasn't his fault. He wasn't high. He wasn't nothing. It was just a fault with Tesla's brake pedal. Now, obviously, in an investigation, Tesla was able to prove that there was no faults with the brake pedal. And in fact, the driver was accelerating the entire time. At the Tesla Shanghai Auto Show, you probably remember there was a crazy lady who stood up on top of her car and wrote all over her car a bunch of stuff. And the media loved it. They lapped it up. Now, this incident was a protest about the brake malfunctions in her Tesla vehicle, which were later proven to be false. The protester wore a shirt that said Tesla brake failure, and it had a Tesla logo on the shirt. Now, she was yelling and screaming and going on and trying to get everyone's attention, and the media, well, they love this story. Now, no proof of brake failure has occurred at all in China or anywhere else for that matter. However, other automakers have actually admitted to having their brakes fail. Over the past 10 years, there has been cases, but no one ever really seems to talk about those. Now, what happened was, in the end, people who've accused Tesla of having brakes fail in their cars have generally apologized to Tesla, because there's been a number of them, and Tesla often will say, okay, you're going to tell the truth, or we're going to take you to court. And then they end up saying, oh yeah, sorry, no, it was my fault. I accidentally pressed the accelerator, or something else like that. Now, the thing is, even though Tesla has been winning these cases, of course, it still does damage to Tesla's brand. And unfortunately, this is the same kind of damage that is occurring to Tesla brand outside of China as well. If you counted the number of negative Tesla articles over the past 24 months, and you counted the number of negative articles for every other automaker in the world combined, put them all together, I still think there'd be more for Tesla. And The reason is not because Tesla's cars are bad. I mean, numerous surveys show that people are very, very happy with Tesla's cars. The reason is simply because people click. When it bleeds, it leads. I believe the media all over the world, but especially in the West, should be prosecuted. And not for necessarily cases with Tesla, but for the many things they lie about on a daily basis. Just jump on any random website today from the mainstream media and you'll find stuff that's basically made up gossip, made up nonsense, often called an opinion piece. These opinion pieces are often slanderous. They say things like, this person's having a relationship with this person said this about this person according to our sources. And of course, because it's so hard to sue the media, it never happens. And they just keep on getting away with it. Now, let me know what your thoughts are about this, because personally, I can't stand this. I feel like the media is having a hugely negative impact on a lot of our lives. And I'm trying to say to people, don't listen or watch the media. But somehow they seem to just find a way to weasel into our consciousness. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and thank you for watching.